Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you guys have started studying. You have to study guys, otherwise it's going to be very difficult in the future. Okay, fine. We are entering into a second video and I'm back with chemistry again. And you all have seen the first video. It has some basics. I covered the important basic aspects about periodic table and then something about the valency. Okay, and now with that information we are going to study how to write chemical formulae of a compound using valency. Okay, and for this topic those basics are very much essential. You have to revise them once again, and if you want to see the video once again, just follow the link I have sent you, or you go for chemistry introduction 1 video, okay, in homeschool channel. Fine, coming back to the video now. I have written the heading here. We are going to learn how to write the chemical formulae for the compounds with the help of valencies. Okay, and if you can observe in my previous videos, I have given certain elements that you have to remember in a periodic table, is it? And which element coming in a which group and which element is coming in which period. That is one important aspect. And also I gave you group wise valencies. Once again I have written here, okay, see, group 1, all these elements comes in group 1 and its valency is +1. All these elements coming in group 2, its valency is +2. Group 13 valency +3, group 14 4, group 15 -3, right? And I also told you the importance of this sign. What do you mean by plus sign? What do you mean by minus sign, right? And I am not going into much details about this because I already covered in a previous video. Okay. And now this is what the very important information that you have to remember. And also the symbol as well as the name of the element. Say Li in the sense lithium, Be in the sense beryllium, Na is sodium. The names are also very important. That's what we are going to use up now in this video. Okay, fine. And you can see I have written some polyatomic group. It's a new word for you, polyatomic group, and we are going to discuss about this little later. Okay, you keep waiting for that. And again you have something this side, right? Chloride, Cl can be called as chloride in a compound. Okay, say sodium chloride is there. So chloride in the sense what? Cl. Similarly, oxide in the sense oxygen, O. Sulfide is S. Nitride is N. Phosphide is P. Fluoride is F. Okay, so this is another information that you have to know. Okay. And for writing chemical formulae, 3 different aspects. One is this you have to remember, second one is this, third one is this. Fine. And 80% of the children will by heart the chemical formulas. Okay. But that is strictly no. You cannot by heart the chemical formulas, right? And if you know this basic information, you can write the formulas on your own very easily. And you will come across hundreds of chemical formulae in our science textbooks. How many formulas you will by heart? You can't by heart so many, right? So let us learn the logic behind writing a chemical formula instead of by hearting. Clear everyone? Fine. And science is a subject that has to be studied with practice. By hearting will not help you out. You know, it's not a story or drama. You are learning all about the facts, concepts and logics. So those logics, facts, you have to be studied with the practice. Okay, it will only come with the practice and analyzing it carefully. Right? Let us go to the topic quickly. Fine. Say for example, I'll go with many examples. The first example I'll take here is sodium chloride. It's a very common compound. We kept on using many times. You studied about this also in your previous classes, right? And everybody knows its formula because it's a very simple compound, famous compound. Say the moment I say sodium chloride, you will quickly say its formula is NaCl, right? That's very easy, NaCl. But how did we write that NaCl? What is the logic behind writing NaCl? Why can't you write NaCl2? Why can't you write NaCl2? NaCl3, NaCl4, right? So why we are writing only NaCl? And aluminium chloride, when I say, if you can remember, you would have studied in a previous class, I mean to say in the previous 9th standard, aluminium chloride we will write it as AlCl3. You see, sodium chloride is NaCl. And why aluminium chloride is AlCl3? Why not AlCl? Why not AlCl2? Is it? So why here 3 we have written? Why here there is no digit? Right? So that is the logic behind writing all these chemical formulae. That's what we are going to learn here. Okay? And as I told you, the very simple compound I am taking here is sodium chloride initially. Okay? Say, let us see how to write its formula. You already know it, but still I am showing it. The pattern how to write. Sodium chloride. Okay? And now, you see the moment you see the name, it has a sodium. Sodium is an element which is coming in a periodic table. And what is its symbol? You have to write its symbol below. Okay? So, what is the symbol for sodium? Na. Sodium is coming in a group 1 elements. So, Na is the symbol for sodium. Na you have to write. Okay? And chloride. Here I told you, chloride in the sense what? Cl. Okay? Cl can be called as a chloride in a compound usually. So, chloride in the place of chloride, you know, I'll write its symbol, it is Cl. And now comes a story of valency here. Okay? So, after writing these symbols, you have to write their valencies below. You have to write their valencies below. What is the valency of sodium, guys? Sodium is coming in a group 1 elements and its valency is +1. All these elements shows the valency +1. Okay? And no need of any sign. You no need to take any sign. Just consider only the digit here. Okay? So, the valency of sodium is 1. Similarly, what is the chlorine's valency? Chlorine is coming in group 17 and you see its valency is -1. Anyway, no need of any sign. Okay, just consider the digit, it is 1. And now what you have to write is, this number should be written as a subscript for Cl and this number should be written as a subscript for sodium. Okay, so valency of Cl should be written here, valency of sodium should be written here. Okay, that is why this method we will call it as criss-cross method. What is the method? Criss-cross method. Okay, criss-cross. Crossly we will write the valencies. Okay, clear no? So, sodium's valency is 1, but this number we are writing as a subscript for Cl. Chlorine's valency is 1, but this number we are writing as a subscript for sodium. Okay, that means here. So, if you do that, how do you write? Na. Here you are mentioning 1. This one you are mentioning here. Okay, Cl. Now you are joining, bringing closer and writing, that's it. Okay, but you are mentioning some digit 1. So which is this one? This one. Which is this one? This one. Okay, got to know? And the thing is, when a digit is 1, even if you don't mention, it's fine, because if no digit is there, it is understood that there is 1 always in science or maths, wherever it is, right? So now the formula of sodium chloride will be NaCl. That's it. Everywhere 1, here 1 is there, here 1 is there. Whenever 1 is coming as a digit, okay, you no need to mention that digit. You can just write as it is. So the formula of sodium chloride is NaCl. So this is how we are writing NaCl. Okay, fine. And next we will go for the compound aluminium chloride. Okay, so next compound we are going is with aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride. Okay, so how do you write the formula for aluminium chloride? Same story you have to follow. Just write their symbols. Okay, aluminium is the element that will come in a periodic table. Okay, its a symbol. You see, aluminium is this. Okay, so the symbol is Al. And I told you chloride in the sense Cl you have to mention. Okay, so Cl you are writing. And below the elements mention their valencies. What is the valency of aluminium, guys? See, aluminium is coming in the 13th group, no? 13th group, all elements will show +3 valency. No need of taking that plus sign, only the digit you consider. Write only the digit 3. Got to know why we are writing this 3 here? Because it is aluminium's valency. So now you got to know the importance of valency. Compulsorily you have to remember the valencies of elements. Otherwise you can't write the chemical formulas. Not only valency, you should know the symbol of an element also. So these are the two criteria. One, symbol of the element. The other one, its valency. Okay. So these are the two important points that you have to remember for writing chemical formula. If you don't know this, you can't write. Okay. Fine. And now chloride is nothing but Cl. We have written its symbol. Its valency is 1. Now what you have to do? This number you should write here. This number you should write here. So in that case, what do you get? Al below this 1, because this number you are writing here now as a subscript for Al. So Al1 and Cl. This number you have to write as a subscript for Cl. So AlCl3. And I told you 1, you no need to mention, right? So the formula will be AlCl3. Okay, now you got to know sodium chloride is just NaCl, but aluminium chloride is AlCl3. Why that 3 has come? Because the valency of aluminium is 3. Okay, so that is why AlCl3 will come for aluminium chloride. Here everybody? Fine. And now aluminium oxide. Let us go for the compound aluminium oxide. Will you try? Aluminium oxide. See, remember guys, all the stuff, whatever is there on a board should be there in your book. Okay, you can pause the video and note it down, or you can take the screenshot of it. Okay, until and unless you practice all this, it will not come to you. You have to note down every basic point that is necessary and then work out with certain examples, then it will come to you. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. Clear everyone? Okay, now let us go for aluminium oxide. Okay, now the same old story, the same story you have to follow for whatever molecule or compound I give you. Mention the symbol of the element. Aluminium is the element now. What is the symbol? Al. Oxide in the sense what? You see, oxygen can be called as oxide. So what is the symbol for oxygen? O. Okay, now mention their valencies guys. Al is coming in 13th group elements, valency is 3. I told you to consider only the digit, no sign. Okay, fine. And oxygen is coming in a group 16. So what is its valency? -2. No need of taking a sign. So just 2 you mention. Okay, so now what will you do? Crisscross you are doing. 3 you are writing here below oxygen. That means as a subscript for oxygen. And this 2 you are writing as a subscript for aluminium. So guys, you have written 3 as a subscript for oxygen and 2 as a subscript for aluminium, right? So you get a formula Al2O3. So Al2O3 is the formula for aluminium oxide. Clear everyone? So this is what the method you have to follow. Now we will go for some different compounds. Say for example calcium carbonate. Okay. The next example I am taking here is calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. Okay. Say how do you write the formula for calcium carbonate? Say calcium is one of the element in a periodic table and it's coming in a second group and you know its symbol, that is Ca, right? But what about carbonate? You know, carbonate is not the element that is present in a periodic table. Okay, and carbonate is a group, we call it as polyatomic group. It's a very special group. Okay, and how does this group form and more details about this you will study it in higher classes. Just remember, carbonate is a very special group, we will call it as polyatomic group. Okay, so I mentioned the polyatomic groups, whichever is necessary for your syllabus. Their names I gave you and their valencies also I gave you. Clear everybody? So now carbonate. What is a carbonate? See, here is a carbonate. And what is its symbol? CO3. Carbonate's symbol is CO3. That polyatomic group, if you are getting confused, you put it in a bracket. You mention it in a bracket. Clear everyone? Okay. So Mention the valency, do crisscross, write the formula. Okay, so what is the valency of calcium here? Calcium valency is 2. Carbonate valency I have mentioned here. Yes, so how much it is? -2. No need of taking any sign. Just mention the digit 2 here. Now you do the crisscross. This 2 should be written as a subscript for CO3 and this 2 should be written as a subscript for calcium. So when you do that, how can you write? Ca. Now bring them near and write like this. Join and write Ca bracket CO3. Okay, and here what digit you will mention? 2. Here out of the bracket you have to mention the 2. This 2 you are writing here, this 2 you are writing here. So Ca2, CO3 twice we will call. Okay, but when the digit is same, these numbers will get cancelled, right? Say 2 ones are 2 ones are. Numbers are getting cancelled. Then in that case you can just write CaCO3. Okay, or you can open the bracket. No need of mentioning any bracket also. Okay, CaCO3 like this you can write. You got to know here, no? 2. When the digit is same for the both the sides, I mean for the both the parts, you can cancel off the digit and write just the formula. Okay, CaCO3. Clear everyone? So this is how you have to write when there is a polyatomic group in a formula. Okay. So now I will take one more example. See, all this you have to note it down. That's compulsory. Okay. I will go for the next compound. That is sodium hydroxide, children. Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Okay. So now can you all try writing for sodium hydroxide? Yes. Sodium symbol Na. We all know very well. Hydroxide, again it's not a single element that is there in the periodic table to search for its name and valency, right? And it is a separate polyatomic group and hydroxide is here. What is its symbol? OH. OH is the symbol for hydroxide. Okay, group you can mention it in a bracket if you are getting confused, right? And now the valency of sodium is 1. And hydroxide valency, how much I gave you here? 1 you write. And this one goes here, this one goes here. So what is the formula? Na1, OH1. 1 when it is 1, you no need to mention. Directly you can write it as NaOH. Bracket also no need to mention, just join and write NaOH. Okay, fine. Next, calcium bicarbonate. Next compound we are dealing with is calcium. Calcium bicarbonate. Very important compound. You will come across this compound many times in your science textbook. Okay, so very important. So how do you write the formula for calcium bicarbonate? Same. Calcium is the element. What is the symbol? Ca. Bicarbonate, it's a polyatomic group, no? So bicarbonate, where did I mention? Here. This is bicarbonate. See its formula? HCO3. This is bicarbonate. Okay? HCO3. Big group. So mention it in a bracket. Fine. And now what is the valency of calcium here? 2. Calcium is coming in a group 2 element, so valency is 2. Bicarbonate valency is how much? See, it's -1. No need of taking any sign, right? So just mention a digit 1. And now remaining story is doing a crisscross. This number you have to write here. This number you have to write here. Okay? Don't write this number within a bracket. Say outside the bracket you mention that's this digit. Not within a bracket. Okay? Observe carefully. See how I am writing. Ca. This number you are writing as a subscript for calcium. No? Ca1. HCO3 I am writing it in a bracket. And this 2 is going as a subscript for bicarbonate. No? So here you mention the 2. Don't mention this 2 inside. Mention it always outside the bracket. Okay? So this is your calcium bicarbonate. Okay? CaHCO3 twice. We will call it as CaHCO3 twice. Clear? Okay. Now sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate, how do you write? Sodium sulfate. Try writing for sodium sulfate. Write the symbol of sodium sulfate, children. Symbol for sodium. Sodium sulfate. Okay. Symbol for sodium is Na. Symbol for sulfate. See sulfate. See, here is your sulfate. What is the symbol? SO4. Symbol for sulfate is SO4. Mention it in bracket. Okay. And now mention their valencies below. Valency of sodium is 2. 2? Is it 2? Valency of sodium. Sodium is coming in a group 1. So what is its valency? Valency is 1. And valency of sulfate is 2. Right? See, SO4 valency minus 2 I gave you. Minus you no need to take 2. And now do a crisscross. This 1 here, this 2 here. So how do you write the formula? Na2 bracket SO4 1. 1 if you mention or don't mention, nothing will happen. So don't mention 1. If nothing is there, it is understood that there is 1 always. Yeah guys? So this is sodium sulfate formula. Na2SO4. Okay? So this is how you have to write chemical formulae for the compounds when there is polyatomic groups. Okay? So the thing is, once again you try to revise polyatomic groups, their symbols, their valency, all the elements, their valency. Okay? And open the science textbook, you will find many reactions, many chemical formulas would be there, and try to write the chemical formulas without seeing. Okay, so that will be a great practice for you, and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.